Graham Linehan has a problem with support of Debbie Hayton and logical consistency in his replies to his growing number of gender-critical critics. Helen Starniland and Graham have already answered the "what more do you want out of Debbie" question. Keep it in the bedroom. Karen Davis, you're kidding right, asked. Debbie Hayton sexually signals in front of his students when he goes to work in women's clothes. Got anything to say about that? Or is it okay for your friends to go about in woman face, but not for other men? Linehan replied. Doesn't deny he's male, stands up for women's rights every chance he gets, uses male facilities. Not sure what more you want out of him. A haircut. Helen Starniland said. We cannot engage non-consensual people in our sexual fantasies. Do it in the bedroom, when there's no one there, and you're all good. You can't dress up as a woman at work and expect people to call you she, because it is part of your sexual fantasy. Obviously, this is wrong. Graham Linehan replied. Yeah. Helen Starniland went on. It's obvious to us. It isn't obvious to people who have never heard of autogynephilia. Once you do hear it and get it, everything falls into place. Graham Linehan then said. It's interesting now, I see a lot of people calling autogynephilia junk science. Debbie Hayton is on record as saying I am a trans woman and an AGP male. It's AGP that drove my gender dysphoria. If Helen Starniland and Graham sincerely believe that being an AGP male in public is engaging non-consensual people in sexual fantasies, why would they make an exception for Debbie, a secondary school teacher, of all people? That is a fair question by their critics. Furthermore, Graham has asked everyone to stop using the term trans women, so, again, he has already answered the "what more do you want out of Debbie" question in another way. Stop calling yourself a trans woman and assaulting women's rights. A New Year's resolution for us all. The word trans women is an assault on women's rights. Stop using it. It's amazing how queasy GC people like Graham and Helen, and the YouTube co-host Artie Morty, get when they have to apply their theories about trans people to the very few trans people who support them. It's almost as if they know they are being cruel and unfair. And we've all heard keep it in the bedroom before, haven't we? They remind me of the people who would declare that homosexuality was a sign of an intrinsic disorder 1 minute, and, yet, share articles by the very few gay people who opposed marriage equality the next. My intrinsically disordered friend who agrees with me becomes my AGP male friend who engages non-consensual teens in their sexual fantasy every day, who agrees with me. That's utterly horrible, but, as their critics point out, it is logically consistent. This problem for prominent gender-critical people who fail to apply their keep-it-in-the-bedroom theories about the sexual depravity of trans women to the very few trans women who support them will only grow as the gender-critical movement becomes more extreme. They have nobody to blame but themselves. They are the ones who said that everything fell into place when they heard about autogynephilia. They promoted this extremism, and now their extremist followers are asking very obvious questions about the lack of consistency. Here's Kelly J. Keane answering what more do you want out of Debbie. She has 43,500 YouTube subs and is gaining 1,000 plus a month. Graham has 12,000 and has trickled down to about 100 new subs a month. GC people are voting with their clicks.
So, when you have someone saying, this poor, vulnerable man who many of us think has totally abused his position in his own family home and as a teacher and wrote the school's guidance, that man, that poor man, what more can he do? Stop calling himself Debbie? Yeah. He could start saying to people when they say she, actually no, I really am a bloke. He could probably stop taking hormones. He could probably stop having fake breasts. He could probably stop wearing women's clothes. He could probably stop pretending to people unsuspecting of his pretend identity of, I know I'm a man. I know I'm a man. But actually, when I walk around the street, when I go in places, everywhere, wherever I exist, I do actually have this weird contract with people that they pretend I'm a woman. That's what more he can do. I hope I've made that very clear.
This movement, tired of a lack of legislative progress, despite having some prominent politicians and newspapers in their corner, are becoming more extreme, and that will mean applying their theories to their very few trans friends, who I hope know enough to get out now.